Hello, welcome back. This is part 4, and we're going to go ahead and get right to it. So we're going to go ahead and, you guessed it, we're just going to go ahead and move these vertices around until we make that shape. Now this time we're going to do something a little different. So I want you to go into the perspective viewport and just right click and go to edge and click the edges, and we are going to add some bevels so we can get that kind of nice curved look. All right, so we can do a couple things. I need to be in perspective for this. So I'm gonna just basically hold down the shift and right mouse button, go to bevel edge, click on the option box. We'll keep it pretty small. We want segments to be 4, not 3. And everything else is good. If you just click on edit reset settings, you'll see something like 0.5 and then segments at 1. And I'm going to go ahead and do 4 on segments, and we're going to do something fairly low, like maybe something like 0.2. Click bevel. All right. So it has to do with the size and the scale. The bevel looks good. Obviously, we're going to have an issue because if we bevel something and and this is the problem, we're going to have this face right here. Okay, that face that's right here will be an n-gon. And that's the problem with beveling just the edges and nothing else, because right now we have more edges here, and we're only allowed to have 4 edges per quadrangle. Okay, and we got way more than that on this thing. So I'm going to go Control Z, okay, until I go back. So if I were to do this, I'd have to do all of these, okay, at the same time, and that would still might cause us some issues. But let's go ahead and select them all. Let's go ahead in here and let's see what happens. Go ahead and marquee select everything, all the edges there. We need edges. So marquee select all the edges. And this time we're going to do the bevel, and we're going to bring this up to something like 0.4 and 4 segments. Click on bevel. Now, this is something different. And this is something we can do, although this makes the object a higher polygon, but we get all quadrangles, as you can see, meaning that the shape of this object allows us to have quadrangles. So we have 1, let me check, 1 and 2, 3, and 4. And that gives us 4 on the front and 4 on the side and 4 in the back. So that will actually work for us. Okay, and it looks pretty good. And that gives us a little, more polygons, but it's not as bad as it could be. So I'm okay with that, and most game engines could handle something like that. Okay, so we're going to probably do this more often, but I'm just going to kind of look at what we have, and maybe we could go a little bit higher and probably keep it at 0.5. So I'm going to go Control Z back. There we go. Just to where we have it, all the edges selected. And this time we are going to go in here and change this to 0.5, and that should be good. And I'll give us a nice curved edge, and from a distance that looks pretty good. And if we look at our object here, okay, I can go in here and select all those vertices, hit the W key, and just kind of move that in place. Let's get these moved in place here. Try to keep it as straight as I possibly can. And then this one just needs to be moved down just a little bit like that. Okay. And that looks just about right. Looks good. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do the next piece here. Okay. I'm going to go to vertex mode and just move this around like that. Okay, and I am going to now move this point right here. And we are going to extrude that down. Go to face mode, and we'll extrude that down. And I'm going to hit the 4 key just to make sure we don't have anything else selected. And Control E, and go to the front view. Hit the W key and just move it down right about to there. And I'm going to go ahead and select the vertex. And again, accidentally selecting that other one. And moving this in place like that, and then moving this. Now, I'm going to keep these just about like that because we have kind of like a corner here. And I want to make sure I keep that in line. Also need to be careful with this because we do need to paint that in, and that's going to be something we're going to do in Substance Painter. So I'm going to go into front or perspective and go to the face mode, select the bottom face, and extrude, and hit the W key and move that down just a smidgen. Go into vertex mode and move that over and down. Key select that. And we're going to do one more extrude. Again, hit the 4 key, just make sure I don't have anything else selected. And face view and Control E and W, move that down. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to kind of get that vertex in there, just move that around. And that looks really good. Okay. We got one more cube here we're going to do. So I'm going to right click over it and go to vertex mode and just move this around like that. And that was easy enough. Let's get a little bit closer so we can get that looking a little bit better. Okay, so this will get the same treatment as the other one. So I'm going to go in here and go to edge mode, just select all the edges. And go into perspective mode. There we go, kind of see what we got. And do the same bevel, so hold the shift and right mouse button, go to bevel. We're going to use the same bevel, 0.5, and bevel that. And we should have the same bevel as the other one, and that looks good. That looks really good. Okay. So that's it for this video, and we're getting very close. The handle's going to be the bottom end. The front's going to be easy. The bottom's going to be a little trickier. So we'll save the bottom piece here for the next video, and we'll see you then.